Hello, everyone. My name's Cindy Davis. I'm the content director for AVTechnology, and I'm thrilled to be able to interview Hal Truax, the newly appointed president of commercial for WyreStorm.
Thanks, Cindy. It's great to talk to you again, and great to be able to share some of the information about WireStorm with everybody who tunes in.
So you've just hit the ground, right? And when was your official first day?
Oh, I think I've been here about 6 weeks. I'm not very good at keeping a chronological time. I just dive in, and
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and every day there's new challenges and new things to work on. But it's been really, really fulfilling and really interesting to this point. Um, I was at WireStorm previously a few years ago as VP of Sales and Marketing, and now, them appointing me as president of commercial, which really is about 90% of WireStorm's business. We're more commercial than residential. I would say that when I was here previously, it was more of a 50-50 split. So I've seen a lot of growth in the commercial market. Um, and when I got to the organization, I didn't know what to expect, and I'm really, really pleased with the evolution of WireStorm since I left. There's a lot less work to do from a cultural standpoint than I envisioned, and the team has been really, really welcoming, really easy to work with, and we have so many industry professionals who are so accomplished, and I think that's an area that we need to work on and share some of the subject matter expert thought leadership amongst our company, because our bench is pretty deep. We're pretty shored up through technical, through pre-sales, post-sales, and through
Oh,
customers.
nice. So, hey, you know what? I think everybody knows the brand WireStorm, but I don't think everyone really understands or might not know the depth of your product offerings overall. So, if you wouldn't mind sharing that with us, that'd be great.
Yeah, and that's a fair point. I still get asked even today, what does WireStorm do? And so we're a signal distribution manufacturer. We're a true manufacturer. We manufacture across multiple technologies, USB, HDMI, HD-based AV over IP, and all the different disciplines or vehicles platforms. We do H.264, 265. We have some JPEG 2000 technology, and then we've also got some 10 gig SDVOE technology. So in our AV over IP platform, I think we've got the best assortment out there, the easiest to deploy. So we're really a signal distribution company. One of the things that we're really good at is selling large scale AV over IP solutions. And the reason I think that WireStorm does a better job than some of the other people in the space, when somebody comes to us with a system design or a system need, we design the system. Before we deploy the system, we're configuring the AV over IP products. We're configuring the network switches, which we also sell. We have an industry partnership with Netgear. So we configure all that and send it out so there's less time in the field. The integrator gets there. It's more closely resembles plug and play, if you will. And then if there's any questions to be had on site, our team is really, really well positioned to answer those questions in real time. And we've got tech support and customer service all around the world. So there's not there's not an hour in the day or any time frame that's not covered by WireStorm customer support. We're actively involved in over 40 countries right now. We've got warehouses in New York, where we're based in upstate New York, Round Lake, New York, which is close to Albany. And then we've got warehouse in the Netherlands. And we have a sales manager, a director of sales over there that runs a pretty extensive team on that side of the pond. So it's really a global company, and we're looking to grow this and to kind of double down where we've been really successful, and then also shore up the places where I think we still have room to improve. But one of those areas is brand awareness. And we are a signal distribution company. We were early involved in AV over IP, and we've taken our product for AV over IP is called NHD, Network HD. And we've taken that brand and that family of products and really grown that. That's kind of that's how people know us best, is through our AV over IP but that's surely not everything that we do. We've got a list of cables, active optical cables, all types of signal distribution and extension, including fiber. But as a brand, yeah, my responsibility is to oversee the global performance of the brand. And, I've been doing this a very long time, and I have some really solid relationships all around the globe. And a lot of these customers and these distributors that are not in North America or South America or Mexico, there are other places in the world. They want to explore WyreStorm. They want to learn a little bit more, and that plays right into our hand because ISE isn't too far away. So we're setting up some really significant strategic meetings to increase the number of partners we have and the quality of the relationships we have. And we're doing the same thing in the US, right? I've got a great team here. I've interviewed everybody. I've talked to a lot of our customers, and we're formulating a plan to hit the ground running in 2024 and beyond.
So can you tip your hat as to what we're going to see at ISE?
Yes, is the answer. We're getting into the education vertical where WyreStorm has really not approached that or had a dedicated effort to that. So we've hired a couple of associates that are very accomplished in education. We've got some brand new education devices, solutions actually. We've got some other solutions that are going to do very well in primary education, or what we call K-12 in the US. So we've got some new products there. They've been shown to a few select people under NDA right now, but we're going to basically unveil those at ISE. There's a couple of additional UC products and some other technologies you'll see from us, but we want to be known as a solution provider, not just a widget manufacturer, a black box provider, right? There's a sea of black boxes out there. We're really focused on solutions, and we're evolving to market our offerings as solutions for verticals, whether that's government or education, corporate comm, large venue, sportsbook, casino, house of worship. We're getting into where we're marketing these as solutions, which is what people need. And then they also need to know why WyreStorm. Why would I choose to deal with WyreStorm over company X? Because there's surely a lot of competitors out there. So that's what we have to convey to the general public, to the integrators and distributors out there, is the reasons why to work with WyreStorm. And it has to do with just the way we treat customers. And I'll use a very, it's not my phrase, but it's something that I believe in. And at WyreStorm, it's really true. At WyreStorm, customer service is not a department. It's really a mentality and a way of us approaching business day to day. And that's surely not my quote, but it is echoed day in and day out globally at WyreStorm.
Well, you mentioned the company culture, which it's important everywhere from and for everyone, including the people that work there, as well as you really feel that extended on the outside to your customers. So you talk a little bit about that company culture.
Yeah, so one of the things I say, and when I came on to WyreStorm and kind of introduced myself to everybody, some of the people knew me, some of the people have been here a long time, some people are here for a second tour, much as I am. I'm here again, but I tell people that I believe that culture is more important than strategy. They're both important, but if you don't have the proper culture in place, no matter how good your strategy is, it's going to fall short because you can't be executed because you don't have a synergistic culture. You don't have a level of transparency that's required. And what I've conveyed to everybody and gotten really good feedback from people, and I conveyed to them that I want to provide people a safe place to work. And by that, I mean, they can share their ideas, their opinions, without fear of retaliation, retribution. So they feel like their voice matters. And it really does matter here at WyreStorm. So our culture, we don't have anybody who's too shy. Everybody is willing to jump in and willing to offer an opinion, a solution, a fix for something that's gone awry, maybe. So the culture here, we're working on still integrating the team a little bit more, but overall the company culture here is really, really good, and that's going to allow me to work on some other initiatives that are going to help us to increase both top and bottom line revenues quicker than having to spend a lot of time on culture. So I'm really pleased to see that, and I've seen a lot of improvement since I left.
Nice, that's great. So what do you see as some of the biggest challenges, going forward?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is, it's a crowded space. Years and years ago, WyreStorm was one of the first people to get into signal distribution and to get into AV over IP. Well, since that time, that we have a lot of people that have entered that market. Some new companies that pop up each year, each quarter, and then some legacy companies that were traditionally audio companies that are now bringing video into their mix and control into their mix. There's some really large companies that want to own that space. Since we're so project based, and with the economy the way that it is, the projects, a lot of them don't get canceled, but they keep moving to the right. They get pushed out because of the allocation of funds, or because a company may have a bad quarter or a bad year, and discretionary spend gets pushed out a little bit to the right. So I think the economy and that messaging about the economy surely affects everybody that's in this pro AV and commercial space. Internally, I think we're put together pretty well and take advantage of near-term opportunities as well as long-term strategic opportunities.
Speaking of opportunities, what do you see as the greatest opportunities coming up?
Well, I think we've got tremendous opportunity in education, because that's new ground for us. And we did hire some people that have been experts with some big companies. We've got a gentleman, Mark Knox, that was an expert with NEC previously, selling into the education market. So he brings with him, of course, a Rolodex of contacts, as well as expertise in both channel sales and direct sales, which is much needed in that space. So I think we're going to do very good there. Some of the other opportunities that we have that I think we're positioned to take advantage of, that we don't tell people enough about, is, the government opportunities, the GSA, and those type of opportunities. Most people, I think, assume that most of our products come from China. And we surely do have manufacturing in China, but we have redundant manufacturing in Taiwan. And so we can really take advantage of some GSA and some government opportunities, and in a TAA compliant fashion. And I don't think we get that message out enough, but trust me, in 2024, people will know that we have that capability. They'll understand a little bit more about how we can be effective in corporate communication in the UC space. That's relatively new for us, and we haven't done a good job letting people know. So we'll be able to, probably on some stuff that you're going to oversee, webinars and opportunities, that you'll see one of us sitting on a panel talking about some of our expertise.
Great. Well, I look forward to that. And this has really been a wonderful interview. Thank you for allowing me to get your story out there. And really excited to see you in Barcelona.
Yeah, I'll see you there. And just, for people that don't know us, of course, we have a website. It's www.wyrestorm.com, and that WyreStorm is WYRESTORM.com, to find out more. And I hope a lot of people watch this. A lot of people want to find out more about WyreStorm, and it's always awesome to talk to you, Cindy.
Great. Thanks, Hal.
All
Look
right.
forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Cheers.